most of the people who start food and beverage businesses that are selling in retail, like a physical store, they're going to have to go through a third-party distributor. They look at their sales based on what they're selling to this trucking company. And that trucking company only cares about moving volume, right? They have no understanding of anything I just talked about in the last 15 minutes, and they don't care. So if you're a founder and that's your customer is a trucking company who moves your thing to a health food store or something, you're going to have a very strange view of the universe because they're going to keep calling you and feeding you their view of the universe, which is, when do I get more cases? Right? So you might decide, and I meet a lot of people who get sucked into this in consumer packaged goods, any customer is a good customer. I just need to sell more cases because then my revenue goes up. And that's true. The problem is that if you sell with that mind, if you run your business with that mindset, and I've done the research in cash registry data, the odds are pretty high. If that's your only motive, and that's the only principles you're using, you are going to find yourself on the shelf in a totally inappropriate retailer. It won't move. And you may even have to buy back the inventory. You may go out of business in the buyback process financially, by the way. So it's because if you spend your cash on something else in the meantime. It's important that you don't think that every customer is valuable if you're going to be a cash-strapped startup in the world that I'm in, and honestly, probably in a lot of startups that don't have a couple $1 million in seed capital, which is most of them. They're using their own family money, or they're using maybe an angel check for $100,000, $200,000. It's not a lot of money in my industry. I mean, that disappears really fast. If your view of the universe is I just move more cases of my product, and I don't care who the customer is down the line consuming it, the odds are very good that you're going to have a dead business before it even gets to $500,000 in sales. And that's actually where most brands in CPG die. They don't even get to $1 million, Hannah. And part of it is they don't sell strategically. They think every customer is valuable. And the reality is, if you're doing something that's new to, say, food culture that has legs, most people don't want it, and they never will. Most people in America don't want a Kind Bar. It's a minority of Americans that have created this billion-dollar business. Still. And that it's based on people like me who buy 2 cases a month. It's not based on people buying 1 bar randomly. So I hope that math makes sense.